All right, cool. Are we gonna run through one intro to start?
Yeah,
or are
I
we just
guess.
gonna go, or
Run
should we just
through.
go straight into it?
Just so
Run
you guys
through-
know, I will be pretending to be Ben for like during the intro. I'm gonna be like,
Hi, I'm
"Hey,
Dina.
Yo, what's up? I'm Ben."
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, Ben wishes he talked like
Alright.
that.
Are we going?
He
You
does.
want me to go?
Yeah,
you want
you
me to
can-
just say the name?
Am I
and
too
then-
close to the
Alright.
mic? Am I too close?
No,
No,
you're
it sounds good.
Am I
Huh?
too close?
No, you're good.
Oh, how about
Alright.
now?
No, that's good.
Just don't
It-
block
it
the
doesn't really
sign.
matter.
Don't block the sign with your leg.
Well, it's blocked.
I can't-
Like,
that's
Move the chair
there's
over
no way for
Oh.
him to like.
to the. Yeah. Oh, that was
No.
okay.
You can move the sign
It's,
if you
it's
want.
still not.
Well,
able
that's
to
why
be
I don't know
seen.
why we moved.
Whatever.
It's fine,
Okay.
Well,
We're
because
good.
it's
We're
a
good.
better angle for me.
All
That's
right.
why.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm your co-host Lucas Reginball,
I'm your main host, I guess. Elijah Pierre.
and we have two guest stars on today. We got.
Hi, I'm Dana.
Yo, what's up? I'm Ben.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Today I want to talk about high school. I've got some stuff written down. Why are you laughing?
I was
What's
coughing.
funny? What's funny?
Your face.
Oh.
Damn,
Get out.
kick him out. Kick him out. Get him out.
Anyways, high school. We're in high school. Figured we should talk about it because what else we're gonna talk
It's a
about?
good first episode right there.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I want to start with embarrassing moments.
Oh, that's a good one. Who
Are
wants to
you
go
guys-
first?
My most
Yeah,
embarrassing
Yeah,
moment?
your most embarrassing,
embarrassing
moments of your entire high school career.
I'll let Dana start
Go for
with that
it.
one.
Shit.
Take your time, think about it. We want a good
Honestly, I have so many embarrassing moments. Like all of grade 9 was like the worst moment of my life. Oh really, Ben? Do you have something to say?
No? Keep
No.
talking.
one. That's strike one, Ben.
Strike one and you're out.
3 strikes and
Strike-
you're out, Ben.
No, it's 2 strikes and you're out.
2 straight. I think you know how baseball works.
No, I know how baseball works, but you only get 2. All of grade 9 was just like an embarrassing moment of me. I was definitely a pick me. I was
Oh, damn.
definitely a pick me. I'm gonna be honest. I've come to the realization that.
Now, if
But I wasn't one of those ones where it's like, oh, like the ones where who like hated on other girls. It was like, oh my god, my hand is so small. Like, oh, I'm so small. Like, oh, you're so tall.
now if you know me in real life, you know how I feel about pick-me's. There's different kinds of pick-me's though.
There is.
But either way,
there's-
they're all annoying.
There's the
No
AI
matter what.
pick-me's.
You
for-
have to explain what that is.
For those of you who don't know, we go to a school with a bunch of
Amazing basketball players.
really good athletes, which is cool, but then you also have the pick-me girls that are just nobody.
We're not calling
No,
that
but-
anymore.
So it's a
Or there's the ones that you see walking with a different guy
Every day in the
class. No,
hallway.
every other class, it's another guy who she finds in the halls to
Right.
walk with.
and I'm like,
yeah.
listen, these girls are for the squad, they're for the gang, they're for the team, they're for the homies, they're for the roster and the bench.
Roster.
So, but we're not gonna talk about it. And then there's the other type of pick-me's that just go for everybody. That are that sounds what you were. The oh my god, your hand is so big, you're so tall.
That's exactly what she was in grade 9.
Yeah.
I can confirm.
Oh, was there like some beef between the two of you, or was there like?
No.
She asked if me and
What?
Spencer were gay lovers.
Oh wow. Wow.
Okay,
In
I don't
grade
even
9?
remember
In grade
doing
9?
that. I don't
Yes,
even
you asked multiple times if
I
me
don't
and
even
Spencer were
remember
dating.
doing that. But honestly, the way that you guys act with each other, I can see how grade 9 me would have thought that.
We had all of our classes together. We weren't gay.
They were always like walking down the halls together, like really close.
Because we
I was
had
like-
all of our classes
And I
together.
was like, oh,
Hey Ben, you know
what
what?
a cute little couple.
Be who you are.
Guys, this is my coming out.
Great advice from Elijah here. All right, Ben. What is your most embarrassing moment
Embarrassing
of
moment.
high school?
I
If
know you
got
have. I
multiple,
know you have a couple.
Share as
Oh,
I
many.
have a couple.
Share
I
as
know
many
you
as
do.
want.
What? Like
You
You
what?
just seem like that kind of guy.
I can't think of
Should we
anything.
talk about Tree Massacre? That was an embarrassing moment for
No,
me.
that is not an
For
embarrassing-
you.
That is in
That's a
all,
good moment
That
for
is like
me.
the pivotal moment of Mr. Neil's digital media class.
Great
That
movie.
that took it from amazing to out of this world. Tree massacre.
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Tree
That's a huge
massacre.
stretch.
I can't think of any embarrassing moment. Not that I could think of. When I got stood up. That one.
You got stood
Tell
up.
the story. Tell the story.
So in grade 9, I asked this girl on a date to the movies, and she's like, okay. And I went to the movies. I sat down, had my seat, and then she texted me as the movie's like about to start. I'm not coming. And
No
then,
way.
and then I'm like, okay, so I sit there and watch the movie by myself.
Damn.
And then I don't see her for a week, and like she just ghosts me. She's not at school for a whole week. She moves.
She moved?
What?
Just full on
Dana.
ghosts me and then moves.
That's alright. I got post-op
No,
skills.
no bleeping way. She
I got
moved.
skills.
She moved.
That's crazy.
I think that deserves a laugh track.
We don't have a laugh track, but
Boo for her.
Just
applause
do it.
for Ben for sitting through the movie by himself.
Yeah.
Solid movie.
Good job, Ben. Very proud moment.
What about you, Lucas?
My most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Your entire high school career.
One time I didn't realize that I'd already put a t-shirt on, so I wore 2 t-shirts and a hoodie. And then when I went to gym class, I was wearing 2 t-shirts.
Oh,
And
no.
one was backwards.
You didn't realize that
That's
you'd already put a
terrible.
shirt on?
No, yeah.
What
Like,
is this?
I put my hoodie
This
on.
is not compared to Ben being stood up and the
Well,
girl ended up
you were a
moving
pick-me
away.
girl. You were a pick-me girl.
I was in fact that.
Was there ever a time where your pick-meism like didn't work out, so you just like embarrassed yourself? Like you're trying to pick me and they just weren't reciprocating the energy?
Dana is
Probably.
always embarrassing stuff.
Probably. Like the way that I looked in grade 9, probably none of it was reciprocated.
To be honest, I didn't even know you went to the school in grade 9.
I had no idea who you were until grade 11.
I think you look
That
like the
sounds good.
same.
When
don't
I
look
first
any
got
different
here,
from
I
grade
thought
9.
that you and Hunter were
Really?
the same person.
Oh yeah, so
That's
I have
like,
a twin.
Yes. We should
Whoa.
clarify. This is Lucas.
I'm clearly the better
Lucas
one.
usually wears the hat. That's how
Backwards.
It doesn't fit with the
differentiate
headphones.
them.
Isn't he the shorter one?
Yes, but we don't have to talk about that then.
You are the
Short
shorter
king.
one?
Better things come in smaller packages.
Keep telling yourself that.
Well, okay.
That's your
It's
embarrassing
not
story?
the
You wore
size
2
that matters,
shirts?
it's the personality.
I'm trying to think if I have any more
They're
embarrassing
gonna say something
stories.
else.
One time I called my teacher my mom. It was pretty bad.
I feel like everyone has done that at one point.
Oh, but
in
like,
their,
but the thing
school
is, like,
career.
I did it like 3 times
Name
Oh,
drop.
whoa.
Name drop.
over like
Did she
one
even look like
semester.
your mom?
Do you have mommy issues or something?
No, I don't. But like, I don't
Did
know.
she look like your mom?
Not really.
You were just
Not
like,
really.
Miss, Mom, Miss.
Mommy?
Yeah, I don't know. It's alright. Me and Preston were in the same class, and he also called her mom, so I felt a little better.
Ooh.
Name drop.
The teacher?
Yeah.
Miss Harholt. The
I
English
don't know who that
teacher?
is.
She was my grade 11 English teacher.
Wait, that was last year that
Grade
happened?
11,
Yes.
you called her mom in grade 11?
Yes.
I
I'm
thought
not
you were
kidding.
talking about grade 9.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay. Well, mine was probably before I got here.
Elijah's a news student.
Last year. Also, we should clarify. We're in grade 12.
Yeah, we are all in
We
grade
are
12
all
here.
in grade 12.
I'm in grade 13. No, I'm kidding.
That's because she's stupid.
No.
No, so I moved here like last year. Grade 11 was my first like full year at this school, but I was at a bunch of other schools before. But my embarrassing moment was probably when I was at this really fancy sports school called
What sport did you play at this fancy sports school?
La Basketball.
Oh, damn. So
Yeah.
you're like an AI pick-me girl? But without...
Well, no, because
No, just
because
an AI girl.
because the entire school was full of athletes. It canceled
It was-
out.
okay, yeah.
So everyone was normal. And then I got here and all these athletes were praised like gods and I was like, your favorite sits on the bench. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I was really shy in grade 9, social anxiety. But it was like very obvious. And so I was friends with these people, but I would like when a group of people like stand kind of like in a circle and I would just kind of stand there, but I wouldn't say anything. And I would just like follow them around, but I wouldn't talk.
But were you like in the circle at least?
Yeah, like I was in the circle, but I
Okay.
just wouldn't say anything.
Oh, so you're
And I
just-
think
you're
back
just,
to
like,
it and
so
I'm
you're a
like,
sheep.
what the
A ghost.
hell? Literally, and then the one time one of them was like working on like a project or something. So they were like walking around the school and everyone at some point got separated, but I wasn't like really close with like any of them in particular. So then half of them were like on like the 3rd floor, half of them were on the 1st floor. And I just remember the ones on the 1st floor I was not close with at all. Like it was just people like I barely knew their names. But I thought they were my friends, so I just like I I just like stood there.
Did everyone know you as like the girl that followed people?
Probably, and
you
it makes
ever
me
talk to them?
sick to think about. Like I would say, like if they talked to me first, I would say
Oh.
something.
Okay.
But if they didn't
Oh, God, so
say
you
anything,
just, like,
I
stood in,
just
like,
stood
awkward
there.
silence?
Yeah.
So you were the weird girl that just followed
That's what I'm
people.
saying, and I'm like, guys, no, like I actually have a personality. And then I moved, and obviously I like got better at being more social. But I just think back to that, like me just standing around and not saying anything, and everyone was like, "Why are you so quiet?" And I was like,
Maybe we should have like mixed in grade 9 because I was the one who was really loud.
like with certain
Again, I can
people I
confirm.
was, but with that specific group, it was just I didn't know them very well, and they all kind of knew each other, so I didn't really know how to like break the ice. So I just would like.
So you like you didn't like have any friends from like elementary school that you went to like?
I had
high school
one,
with?
but she, you know which one?
Yeah.
She,
Name drop.
Name drop.
no, I
Yeah.
can't. Oh, anyways, long story. We were only friends up until, because that school started, like our school year started in August, so we were friends until like September, and then that was it. Haven't
Your
heard from
school
her
year
since.
started in August.
Yeah, but we would get like breaks throughout the year.
Oh.
Because
So it
they were
would-
like a sports school.
Yeah, so it was
'Cause
like
they were like a sports school.
we started at the
like-
beginning of August. It was like basically the American like schedule. So we started in August, and then we got October break. So it was like the last week of
Did you
like
get March
October.
break too?
We got March break, we got April break,
Oh,
and then
what?
on every
There's an
holiday,
April break.
we would get like how usually we just get the Monday,
Yeah.
we would get the Friday as well.
So,
so they-
every like holiday would be a 4-day weekend instead of a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. And so they kind of just took those days that would be our summer.
Why
and
did you move to this school? That's my
Because
question.
my parents were like, well, when COVID happened, my parents were like, let's look at houses. And I was like, I'm not moving.
That's true.
And then they would like, you know the apps that you can like just look at houses on?
Yeah.
Zolo? Yeah. They would just send them to the family group chat. And I was like, I'm not moving. And then I got caught and I started like looking at the houses. And I was like, what about this one? And then somehow Orangeville popped up. And I was like, I'm not moving there. It's only white people. Only old white people. Which was kind of true. But I thought it
No,
was like
is true.
old,
It's
old
extremely
people.
true.
It's extremely true. Are you kidding? Look at this room
It's
right
not-
now.
True.
Yeah, but like there's other towns like close by that's like white trash.
Like I
Oh,
I
that's
thought it
white
was
trash.
really, really
Like
old,
hick.
old
Yeah.
people. And then I got here and I was like, actually, it's not bad. And the people here are nicer than Newmarket, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Actually, that's a good segue into another question. Actually,
Yeah.
COVID was what made you come to the school. How did COVID affect you guys in high school?
Okay, Lucas.
I mean, like,
with
I
the,
can go first,
With the
but, like,
transition.
I can go
That
first
was-
if
that
you
was-
want.
Yeah, go
Smooth.
ahead.
Well, I mean, like, high school was good. Grade 9,
Mhm.
you know,
Ugh.
it was fun. Really, really fun. My favorite teacher in grade 9 was
What do you mean by
definitely Mr. Reed. I Miss Reed. Miss Reed was the best. She was my geography teacher.
that? I had Miss
It was
Taylor.
really fun
But-
with
I
Miss
had Miss
Reed.
Taylor.
Miss Reed was good.
She was
But
good.
then, obviously, COVID happened, and everyone got put online for like a year and a half, almost 2
Mhm.
It
years.
was basically 2 years, yeah.
It was not the greatest. Obviously, no social life, but you could also do whatever you wanted at home and not actually have to do the schoolwork. So, in my opinion, it was a win-win for me.
I'm gonna have to disagree on
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I
have to
miss a lot of
disagree
things.
with
Like, I
that.
miss this. I miss the sports. I miss like all my friends and stuff. But like playing video games all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And like just like going outside when we weren't like stuck in our houses.
Mhm.
That was kind of fun. I won't lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Like my mental health completely deteriorated.
Same.
During,
Me
yeah.
mentally
during
ill
COVID.
being online, I remember like it was the 2021 lockdown. So it was like things had opened and then closed again.
Oh, yeah,
And I
the
just
back and forth,
yeah,
back
and
forth.
so this was at my second school where I was doing all online because I had moved to that school for the basketball team. And I just remember I had 2 classes because it was quadmesters. First class was history, and then the second class was math. Basically, I would wake up, sleep through history, like fully
Well, I was
sleep.
the king of turning the meeting on and going back to bed. And like I'd be on and I'd have like chats from my teachers like, "Do you have a question?" And you're, like, just
Or like, what are
They're
you?
like,
What are
I'd
you
"I'm
wake
doing?
up
What are you
with my
still
science
doing
teacher
here?
being
Oh,
like,
my
"Oh,
fault.
Dana, do you have any questions?"
It
I'd be like,
froze.
"No."
It
Like with my
froze.
Yeah.
sleepy voice.
Like there were times where I tried to stay awake like during the class and I could just feel myself drifting. I think my teacher
Yes.
also had one of those voices. She was really nice.
Monotone was it?
Yeah, it was
monotone?
just like very, and I'd just be laying there like, and then, yeah, and then math, I would like have a mental breakdown, and then that was it. The day would be over.
Yeah, math online was awful.
Wait, in
It was
grade
bad.
9, did you guys actually do the online classes? And when it was like they froze
No.
the
Guys,
grades,
never
I did
had
not.
math
No, I didn't.
online.
Oh,
I
I
did.
never
What?
had math
Really?
online.
I had
I always
math.
got lucky. Like I got lucky. Like whenever we'd be in like class, like whenever it would be in person, I was online
Oh, that's.
or I was in
Aw,
person.
That's so lucky. Like
I
I
got
had
so
math.
lucky with
I had
it.
2 weeks of in-person math in grade 9, then all online. Grade 10, fully online. Grade 11. Were we back all grade 11?
No, we were back for like half.
Yeah, I think.
Like
No.
back to
It
normal.
was like quadmesters.
Oh, it was quad.
So
yeah.
I had math in a quadmester in grade 11, and then I did not do well in math because I had math 2 years online prior to that, and probably
Yeah.
only did 50% of the work. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's on me. But
I think I did half of grade 9 math in person, and then that was when COVID hit, and then we switched to online, and she was like, our grades froze, and I think I was at like an 80.
The grades freezing saved my
So
life.
good.
In English, I had a 90 in grade 9, and that's when like COVID first hit, and so we were first put online, and I had like no experience of like doing work online. I was always used to just writing because that's how like my school was. My school was old and had like crappy Chromebooks, and so like we didn't use them ever. And then I had to like transition from using my mom's like old computer. In where was I going with this? I had to like go from writing everything to using a computer for English. And so I never handed anything in, and I was so lucky my grades froze at 90, or else I would have failed English in grade 9. I handed nothing in.
yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, they couldn't have left them, like, they couldn't have had, like, our grades count. That doesn't, that would
Yeah,
not
I
have
mean,
been
like
fair.
your marks in grade 9 don't really matter anyway.
That's true.
Like it's just
But if I failed that
Getting
class,
better.
that would affect me through like the rest
yeah, that's
of
true. That is
You
Yeah.
could have just done summer school.
Summer school?
Summer school? It's not that
Summer
bad.
school?
Did you have to do
I
it?
did have to do it last year.
Really?
I
thought
failed
you
math.
did, like, math.
I did math on summer school, too.
I was so close
It's
to
not that
failing math,
bad.
to be
It's like a
honest.
week.
It was, yeah, mine was 2 weeks, and it was like
yours was
from
2.
8 to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mine was 1 week, but I only went 4 days.
Oh.
And then I
Was
got
it
the
in
credit.
person?
Hmm?
Oh, mine was online.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
Mine was in person. It was so good.
Did you have to do like work outside of being in the class?
Pretty much. She just told me the answers.
Who was your teacher? Name drop.
Oh,
Name
Hey.
sorry. Frick.
Don't. Ew.
It's worse if anything.
Freak. I said it again. I don't remember. She's in guidance. Might have been Miss Dennis.
Oh,
Might have been Miss
Bradbury?
Dennis. Oh,
Miss
Miss Bradbury.
Bradbury.
Probably Miss Bradbury.
Miss Bradbury's good. She's my guidance
Mhm.
counselor, too.
She's Mr. Ethier is better.
Mr. Ether is better.
That's 'cause you
Unpopular
guys are-
opinion. Unpopular opinion.
no.
Mr. Ethier is the better guidance
Whoa,
counselor, and
what?
he actually helps you.
No, like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see that.
And also, it doesn't hurt being in that.
I
office.
literally go in there and I'm like, I should be in French right now. I don't want to be in there. And he's like, okay, you can chill in here. And like last time I was in there, we literally were just talking.
I think that's on you for taking French.
Yeah, I did not.
Well,
take
I went to
as
French.
grade 9.
I went to French immersion in elementary school.
You should speak a little French right now.
Non merci.
Je m'appelle.
Tu t'appelles Lucas.
What does that mean?
You are.
Your name
like,
is
your name
Lucas.
is.
Oh.
Come on.
How do
now.
you know that, Dana? Did you go to French immersion?
No, that's
you
just the
speak
most
French?
basic thing
Oh.
ever. You learn in like grade
Alright.
5.
Le manger le pizza. What does that mean?
That means
Dana?
you eat pizza.
No, I-
Le manger.
Yeah.
The
What?
eat
That-
pizza. The eat pizza.
Like,
I don't know. I sucked at French.
I don't consider myself a French speaking
Je
person. Though.
mange.
Like I've said this to you before. Like I don't. Like I understand it and I can read it. And if you talk to me in French,
You
I'll
can
know what you're
understand
saying.
it.
But I don't consider
Oh,
myself a French.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know. Do you want to move on to the next
Yeah,
one?
sure.
Actually, before we move on, I just remember. Do you guys remember like when COVID first, like when we first went to online? Do you
Yeah,
guys
and it was, like,
remember?
Yeah.
2 week break.
Because
Like,
I
oh,
remember vividly, I was on the bus, and like, cause the school I was at, it was far away. I took an hour and a half bus ride to school, and I was on the bus with one of my friends, and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna be online for 2 weeks," and that was on a Thursday. And then the Friday, I went in because I had to get stuff from my locker. Never went back to the school again. And I remember those 2 weeks so vividly. I would like sit in my room. It was like a couple weeks before my birthday. I would just sit and like listen to podcasts and play word games on my phone. And I was honestly, that little 2 weeks, that was a good time. Everything after that was bad, but that first 2 weeks, that was good for me.
I have the best like week before that like break story. So I was supposed to get my tonsils removed, and my like date to get them removed was the day after the break ends. And so I was like super excited. And in grade 9, the school had like an ultimate tag thing, and so like a bunch
Yeah, that was so fun.
a bunch of the grade 9s were doing this ultimate tag thing, and there's just a huge group chat and everyone was talking about it. And I was like, guys, like I'm gonna be off school for like a whole month because you have the March break and then the week online, and then I had to like stay home after my surgery, and then that surgery ended up like happening like years after. But it was like I was so excited for it, and then did we find out we had to stay longer on March break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did.
It was towards the end. They were like,
Yeah, they're like,
oh,
oh, no.
another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they were
JK.
like,
And it was
until further notice. And
yeah,
we were like,
online
oh.
school until.
And then they tried to go back, and then we went back online after like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. That
And
was,
that was tough.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Did you guys ever leave anything in your locker? Like, I left.
You probably had food in there,
I
didn't
had
you?
cooking. And it was like my
Oh.
third day of cooking because it was in like the 4-class tech rotation in grade 9, and I had cookies in my locker on Thursday. Forgot about them Friday. Left them in there for the whatever it was, like the 4 weeks, and then they like let us go get our stuff out of our locker.
Oh,
or whatever.
right. I forgot about
And I
that.
went back, and my locker had rotten chocolate chip cookies in it, and my winter boots.
And
And
your
your
winter
what?
boots.
Oh,
I,
winter
like,
boots.
Winter boots.
No, I was lucky. I only had a bunch of empty water bottles and a textbook.
I didn't have anything in my locker. I was one of those people who just kept everything in their bag and had like a heavy bag.
Well, I was never like a person
That's
that put
me
like
now.
food in their locker to begin with. Like, I didn't put much in there, and I still don't. Like, I have it in my lunch bag, but I take that home.
It was like 3 chocolate chip cookies that I had made that day,
Ew.
and like I didn't want to carry them around because I knew they'd get eaten. Then I ended up forgetting them.
That's
in
fair.
My locker. So.
I don't have anything in my locker, but the locker next to me. So this guy had a locker, but he didn't have a lock on it for some reason. And so this was before COVID, like
What
at the
hall
very
were you
beginning. 800.
800. Okay.
So at the beginning, he didn't have a lock. Someone dumped an entire tub of chocolate ice cream. Do you remember this?
I think I
Because you were there too. An entire tub of chocolate ice cream in there. And he never cleaned it. And he still used the locker. Like, he would put his coat and his bag in there. He never cleaned it. And it
roasted
reeked.
chocolate
It reeked. And then eventually there was, like, orange, like, slices in it and, like, peels. And he never cleaned it. He's like,
Oh, I remember that. Like
Yes.
people started putting everything in that one locker, right?
yes.
Like everyone was just throwing.
Yes,
like,
and we're always like,
bad for
dude,
him.
go ask the janitor. And he's like, but I don't want to be a bother. It's like, you're not being a bother, bro.
No.
They really
And
took
then-
advantage of this guy's like.
If I was a
And-
custodian and someone said go clean that, I'd quit. on
And
the
then it was
spot.
when it was the
Sorry.
March break. It was still there. I'm like, okay, so when we're off for the 2 weeks, it's gonna get cleaned, right? We come back for that day to clean out our lockers. It's still there.
That's nasty.
Like, they did not open it and think, oh, maybe there's something in here. No, the tub was still in there the whole
And
year
there was
too.
no lock?
Nope.
Wait, name
That's
drop.
not-
Whose locker was it?
I don't know his last name. His first name's Kyle.
Of course it was a
He
Kyle.
wore like
Typical.
a Jigglypuff hat.
Oh!
Yes,
I remember
yes.
him. Oh my god, I remember him. He was in our geography, and I remember he was.
Anyways, you have any more questions?
Yeah, I got more.
Oh.
I don't think I should say that story. I'll probably have to cut that out of the
Yeah,
podcast.
you're gonna have to
so.
cut this whole
That's
Dyson
okay.
thing out.
I just thought
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
have
was
to
gonna say
censor
that's
all
a
the
lot of
Dyson.
name drops. Anyways, Dan, I know we already talked about this, but I want to know, because this is a digital media class and we like film movies and stuff. What do you guys think is the most realistic high school experiences like portrayed in movies and television,
In
and like
movies?
and the least realistic? I'm gonna start off right now saying least realistic, Euphoria. Starting
High School
off saying
Musical.
what?
High School Musical
That is
so
the most
unrealistic.
unrealistic thing. Nobody
Bro,
just
there's
breaks out
no-
and dances.
there's no-
Okay, no, but
Oh,
like
you're in a drama class?
what they were talking
I
about
am
though,
a
like
drama
in the
student.
movies, like in the first one, they talked about breaking the status quo and you know, being who you are. If you want to sing, boy, sing, right? And
You're
then
fighting for your
the
life here.
second one, Troy was worried about his future.
The best one.
Yeah. No, when everyone has that one song, like we're in the junkyard, like the boys are back.
Okay.
Oh, and the third one.
Fine.
Tommy was trying to convince me that there was a basketball scene in that junkyard, and I was like, "You're wrong."
What?
I had
No,
to show
there's
him
not.
the whole scene.
I don't think there is.
Wait, which
There
Tommy?
isn't. Coleman.
Okay.
Tommy, if you're
Thomas.
watching
Thomas
this, you were
Coleman.
wrong, Thomas. Yeah, the
Thomas is
second
always
one,
wrong.
they talked about like Troy being worried about his future and like didn't know how he was gonna pay for college, da da da. And then the third one, it was like graduating. Troy still didn't know what he was gonna do. He was like, "Do I sing? Do I ball? What do I do?"
Do I
sing, do I ball?
And Gabriella was offered a thing at Stanford. Was it? I think it was Stanford.
She didn't end
And
up
the
taking it,
drama.
didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
And the
Oh no,
second
yeah,
one
she
was
took it,
Sharpay.
and then
Yeah.
he kept going there.
So much
Yeah.
drama in the second
And then
I need to watch those movies. Yeah.
Is the
So
second one
good.
when they're at like that
That-
country
the
club?
Country
Yeah.
Club.
That's my favorite.
That's the best one.
That's my favorite.
They're the second and third. I flip
Have
flop
you
between
guys
those being the
seen the
best.
Sharpay spinoff?
Yes.
No.
Sharpay,
So good.
so good.
Isn't the guy that's in that new Elvis movie
I think so.
Austin
Austin
Butler? But
Butler.
he's like blonde and he like
Butler.
looks like really
Yeah, and she's like
little.
super preppy, and she's like in a really rundown apartment. And
Yeah.
She's like with her little chihuahua.
Honestly, they should have put Ryan in that more because I think he was in like a
like
little bit
5
of it.
minutes
Yeah,
of the movie.
no.
That's the guy with
Ryan,
the fedora, right?
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago Disney came out with this thing and they were like, "Oh, like Ryan Evans is gay," and we were like,
Whoa.
Oh, Hugh Sharpay's
Whoa.
"Twin."
twin.
Yeah,
Really?
and we were like, "We know."
Yeah. They had that song in the second one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
sexual
baseball- the
tension in
baseball
that song
scene.
between Chad and Ryan.
Yes.
I can't even focus on what they're singing about because the whole time I'm like, y'all better shut up and kiss.
Yo.
That's what the whole song's
I can't remember the
about.
last time
No.
I've seen these movies, and I don't.
What?
remember.
No, last time I watched High School Musical 3, which was like right before grade 12 started, I literally cried.
I probably watched it like 5 months ago.
It's
Oh,
good.
It's a good movie.
It's good.
It's a good movie.
The
be honest,
songs
I'm
go
probably gonna
crazy.
watch it
Movie, I
tonight.
just haven't
You
seen
I
should.
got a 2-hour car ride tonight, so I'm.
How do you
just
guys
watching
feel
it.
about the new Avatar movie coming out?
Oh,
I
I'm
saw the
excited.
trailer for that
watching
when I
it.
was at the
I'm
movies
I'm
last
not
night.
watching it.
To be honest,
You're not watching it?
The
Why
first
not?
one sucks.
to be honest, the first one isn't the greatest movie of all time, but the ride at Disney got me hooked on Avatar. Have you been to the ride at Disney?
No,
I've never been to
I've been to
Disney.
Disney in like a
Have
few
you got-
years.
No.
So
never
good.
been to Disney.
Like it
Really?
actually
Never been to
feels like you're
Disney.
Next
walking.
podcast.
parents don't love
Elijah
me.
at Disney World.
Kidding, yeah, you do.
Guys, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Elijah. She needs to get her childhood dreams of going to Disney.
Is that the one? Do they have the Harry Potter world? That
That's Universal.
That's a Universal.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to go to that.
I did that one in California. That was cool.
I want to go
It's
to
a little.
that.
It's a
Yeah,
little
me too.
overhyped.
What
Yeah,
are
I've
what are your
totally been
guys'
to
houses in Harry Potter?
What's my house?
Oh,
I
your
think
Hogwarts house.
you're
I
a
think-
Gryffindor.
wait, what is
Oh
it?
yeah, I was gonna say that. Definitely.
You are
I don't
either
know.
a
I guess I'll just go, I gotta ask
Slytherin
that sorting hat.
or a Gryffindor.
Nah, I'm a Ravenclaw.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think those
You-
matter.
Slytherin Ravenclaw.
Okay, wait. Here's a good question. Because
Yeah.
clearly, house is in your Hogwarts house. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Does not matter. Do you think zodiac signs actually go with your personality?
No.
Some parts.
Sometimes people read like my like chart, like my like you know like the zodiac chart,
Mhm.
and they'd be like, oh, like you definitely do this, this, and this, and that, and that, and that, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? Like it's like weird. Like sometimes people get it like super
Our
accurate.
stop
or-
recording again.
Again?
It's fine. We can keep going. This one's on.
Yeah, this one's so good.
There won't be our cam.
Just stop it and start it again.
Okay.
We're having technical difficulty. It's
Technical
the first
difficulties.
episode,
Very
guys.
particle.
It's fine.
What does it say?
We'll just have
Carson?
you two.
That's alright.
Somebody didn't clear the card
get
beforehand.
Eden to draw us. Draw us in with the mouse.
Oh,
Oh,
and
you know what I'll
animation
do?
of
I'll
us?
record it on my phone.
Well, we only
But
got.
prop it
like-
up against the plant.
All right, well, let's get
we got
back
five.
into
We
the
only have like
zodiac
5 more
thing.
minutes.
Okay, so I've also had somebody read somebody else's chart for me to see if we were compatible. It's embarrassing, but I did it, and and they got like their entire personality. Like they don't talk. They got their entire personality to like a point. Like it was like insane, and I was like, there's no way you just describe them as a person just because you read their chart, and it's weird.
Interesting.
Like there's like times where I'm like, come on, like let's be real here.
No, some parts of it I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And some parts
But
I'm
it's
like,
so broad. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
Like
I could say I'm a Virgo, and you'd be like, oh my god.
Well, there's different parts though because
yeah,
like
hold
you're.
on. What do you think I am?
What do you
you're
think I am?
Taurus. You're a Taurus for sure.
Um,
What do you think I am?
You are. I don't don't know all of them off the top of my head. I just go by what you look like.
Are you an Aries?
No.
I'm an Aries.
I only know what I am because I just looked up it. Looked at Snapchat.
You Cancer?
No.
Wait,
Leo?
what even is? Oh no,
I'm a
Gemini.
Gemini. Yeah, Gemini.
See, you go through like 3 other ones, and you're like, oh, those would make sense.
Because-
Until you get to
No,
the one. then
I
you're
just
like,
guess.
Guess whatever.
I like guessing like when I think people's birthdays are, and then I go based off that. You look like you're born in May, so that makes sense.
Ben, are you born in May?
I want to hear some more guesses first.
Ben, are you the only one I know?
I
Capricorn.
know when your birthday is.
You Capricorn or Sagittarius? Whatever it's called?
A Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Jacob Sagittarius.
I'm either.
I think you're either a Cancer
What's
or
the
a
one that comes
Capricorn.
after Virgo?
Virgin.
Libra.
Are you a Libra?
I'm a Taurus.
I know. You look like a Taurus. You look like you're born in May.
See, exactly. But I just heard
But I'm
3
also
other
born in
ones.
May, but I'm a Gemini.
You look like you're born in June.
I'm born on May 28th, so pretty much June.
You look like you're born in October. You don't look like you're born in August.
You don't know Dana's birthday.
I do.
Are you like in November?
August. No.
When are you?
When's my birthday?
What do I look like?
In
Your
November.
birthday is August 11th.
Yeah, it is.
I'm good. I'm good with birthdays.
Wait, so
Sometimes.
what house are you for Hogwarts house?
Slytherin.
Oh, okay.
You look like. No offense. You're a Hufflepuff.
I am a
You're a
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, you're a
You
Hufflepuff.
are a Hufflepuff. Come on now.
No hate or anything. Anyways, nobody answered my original
I'm a
question.
Slytherin,
What was your
Ravenclaw.
original question? My fault.
Most realistic high school. Oh yeah, you said High School Music. No,
No,
you
I
said
said that's the
least
least
realistic.
realistic.
What's the most
That's pretty
realistic?
The most realistic
Pretty
high
realistic.
school movie?
Or show?
Show.
Riverdale.
I honestly don't really know. I didn't watch a lot of like high school.
Okay, we'll
Really?
skip you. What do you think?
The most realistic versus the least
The
realistic.
only
Yeah.
ones that like come to the top of my head right now is like the ones that my sisters used to watch. Yeah, like Victorious or something like that.
Oh my god, they were like all drunk when that show filmed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
I've
I
seen the
literally
behind the
just
scenes.
saw
Those are
that.
so
I saw TikTok
funny.
about that
I
last night.
just saw that and I was like, what? That
It's
was
so funny.
insane. I think the most realistic is, I mean, a lot of them are unrealistic because it's always made by like middle-aged people who
Of course.
can't remember their entire high school experience and just get it off of like TikTok, like their
Yeah.
personalities. But I think the most realistic one,
Sorry, this is off topic. Avanjogia, so fine. You were talking about Victorious and it made me think of that. I think that's how you say his name. Anyways, continue.
I think it's either. You know what? You answer. I don't.
For the most realistic or the unrealistic?
Either.
Both, yeah.
Realistic? Does Superbad count as a teen movie?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Not the McLovin part? No. Not that part.
McLovin.
The Jonah Hill part and the Michael Cera part. That one's pretty realistic.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
That's not bad.
Project X is the most
Oh my gosh.
unrealistic ever.
I don't think I've seen that.
No, but that actually happened. What do you mean it's unreal? It's based on a true story.
Is it actually?
Yes, Project
I'm
X
trying
was
to
an
think it's
actual thing that happened in Australia.
Oh, well, it just seems super unrealistic for US. Like, let's be
Australia.
real.
Australia. Sorry.
No,
Clear!
Dana's got that mad British accent, but it kind of pisses me off.
Mine's actually quite good.
You literally said it was bad
That's what I'm
yesterday.
saying. Like, it's so bad that it pisses me off.
It's actually really good.
Do it right now.
Personally, I wouldn't
Answer
let
this
him talk to
question.
me like
Answer
that.
this question in whatever thing.
I don't really know what. Fuck, no, there's like too much pressure. I don't really know what
Is
shows
that
are most
Lucas Miranda?
accurate.
Yes,
I
that's
think
Lucas
honestly the
Miranda.
most inaccurate thing ever is Riverdale, obviously.
No,
Just
accent's
because-
quite mate. Sorry. It's quite bad.
It's quite beep, mate. Because honestly, it's
Mr.
just
Neil's
it's going all over the
looking at
place.
us.
It's just going all over the
And
place.
so is Lucas.
Mr.
I know.
Neil. All right.
We're almost done though, because
You got-
that
yeah, we
camera
got,
cut
like,
out.
stay
Tune
on for
in
the
next
first
time, and
episode.
we'll see you guys later.